everyone, my name is Simran Kapoor and I warmly welcome you to my channel English Made Easy. Today, we are going to discuss how to speak English without thinking, just like a native speaker. Okay, so in order to be able to speak English as smooth, as fluent as a native speaker, you must dive into the word of English. Okay, and the four main factors that will help you to become a fluent English speaker. And before I share that with you, I would request you to please subscribe my channel and also please hit the bell icon so that you receive notifications of all my latest videos. Now let's get started. So there are two main factors that will help you to become a fluent speaker. First is the knowledge and second is the practice. Grab as much as knowledge as you can about English. Read English, okay, listen to English and study also, and then speak. Now, if you have to become a fluent speaker, you have to keep on speaking and speaking and speaking English, and you will be able to speak English only when you know insert some English inside your brain. Okay, and that you can insert through reading and through listening English and through studying it. Okay, so these are the four main factors: reading, learning, studying and speaking. Okay, that you have, these are in a series and you have to practice the same factors for around 30 days. That means for a period of 1 month. Okay, and around 15 minutes every day is very necessary. Okay, if you want to speak English without thinking. Okay, so we are able to speak our native language. Suppose if you are a Hindi speaker, okay, you're able to speak it because the vocabulary, the sentences, everything is inbuilt. It is in our blood and it is already known. So when you know something, you do not have to think. Similar is the case with English. When you will know it, and how will you know it? You will know it when you read it, when you listen to it, when you study it, and you put in the stuff in your mind as much as you can. Then only you will know about it. And when you know something, then only you can speak about it. Okay. If I ask you, what is the color of the sky? You will say it is blue because you know it. But if I ask you why is the color of the sky blue, you will not know the answer. Maybe some of you know, but most of you may not know the answer because you do not know it, because you do not insert anything related to answering the question about why. Okay, why the color is blue. So in order to be able to speak English fluently, you must insert English in your mind. You must insert the knowledge. Okay, so that will come from reading, that will come from learning, that will come from studying, and most importantly, whatever you read, whatever you learn, whatever you study, you have to speak it on a continuous basis, on a consistent basis, day in and day out. Okay, if you do not have time, just take out consistent 15 to 20 minutes of your day, and that's enough. After 1 month, you will become a pro. Okay, you will speak just like a native speaker, and you do not have to think about the words in your mind. They will come out automatically out of your tongue. So let's talk about our factor number one, reading. So in order to read English, one of the best sources I would say is newspaper. Just purchase a newspaper, it will just cost you rupees 5 per day and only rupees 150 for a month. So investing rupees 150, I think it's not too expensive, because just after 1 month it will become very easy for you and you will feel that your investment is worth is worth investing in. So you must read a newspaper. You can purchase any English newspaper, maybe Times of India or the Hindustan Times or maybe the Economic Times, okay, as per your budget. So what you have to so if you are a beginner, no problem. It will be a quite challenging task if you are a beginner, because initially you are not able to understand things. It's okay, no problem. In case you are a beginner, I will also tell for the intermediate learners. First of all, I'm telling for beginners. If you're a beginner, so take just one news, okay? Take one news headline and read its content for 5 times. First time you won't understand anything. Second time it might become quite clear. Then the third time and the fourth time, and by the fifth time you read the same content, it too will make some sense to you and you will understand its meaning. I bet you guys, even if you do not know English or the English grammar, still, if you are a beginner, you will be able to understand its meaning. It will make some sense to your mind, all right? And for the intermediate learners, you can, you must focus on the vocabulary words, the phrases, the slangs that are given in the newspaper, also how the sentences are formed and which tense is used how. So, basically, these are the things that you will learn from reading. Okay, so when you read, you will start inserting the English stuff in your mind. Okay, just search out, just circle the main vocabulary words, the advanced vocabulary words, search out their meanings. Now first of all, just read the complete content, and then and afterwards, when you have completed reading the complete content, then you must search for the words. Don't just get interrupted in between. Just if you find a word in between and then you start searching for it, no, do not do like this. It will waste your time. So just first read the content and then search out for the meanings and then write them down somewhere. Okay, and then you don't have to leave them on the paper. Okay, so many people, what they do is they write the things on a register and they fill it and it goes into the scrap. Okay, it becomes a scum. So you must also revise it. Revising it is very, very important. Okay, so this was all about reading. Reading will help you to stuff English in your mind as much as it is possible. Okay, now we come to the second factor is learning. Okay, now whatever you read, you write it down. Okay, you write down the vocab words, you write down the good phrases or unique slang words that are used. For example, if I talk about an American slang word is gotcha. That means got you. It's GOTHA. If you find it somewhere, it means you are caught. Okay, or it means I caught you doing this thing, or I caught you stealing the chocolates or something like that. That means gotcha. That means I catch you. So these are certain words that you must notice in the newspaper and you must learn them and then use them in your conversations and use them on a daily basis so that it completely prints on your mind and you don't have to again and again go to Google and search for the same. Okay, so revise and learn them, whatever you read, and then use them in your daily conversations while you speak. All right. And one important tip that I would like to share with you guys is in order to remember the vocab words, better you stick them to any situation, to any event, or any action from your life. Okay. Suppose if I share my own personal experience, there is the word electrocuted. That means you get a shock, you get an electric current. So when we were quite young, and my brother was also young, he was around 9 to 10 years old. He got electrocuted, by a switchboard. He got his finger into the switch hole, and he got electrocuted then. And we did not realize, and because we always sleeping, and then anyhow he could save himself from it. I don't know how he saved himself. So what I want to share is that I learned the word electrocuted by attaching it to a specific situation from my real life. Okay, so my brother got electrocuted around 10 to 12 years ago. So that's how I remember this word. So what I mean to say is you can attach some vocab words and you can stick them to any real situations of your life, or to the people, or to the events, or to any action, to remember them forever, so then you don't have to revise them again and again. All right, so so that's all for the second factor. So you read the English and then you write it down and then you learn it. Okay, and then you keep feeding it in your mind, you keep revising it. Now the third factor is study. Now here what comes in studying is you have to study some grammar also. All right. You cannot skip the grammar because the English is all also about English grammar. Okay, and you will be able to speak it when you know, when you must know a little bit of English grammar also. So what you must study the first, you must, study the tenses first. Okay, leave everything else, just pick up the tenses. And in the tenses, the first thing that you have to study is the past tense. Okay, because the whole newspaper is all about what happened in the past, and so most of the things are stated in the past tense. So you must study the past tense at least. If you cannot understand it completely, or you do not have anybody with you to explain you those tenses, no problem, just study their structures initially. Okay, just learn their structures and a little bit of their uses. Okay, for example, if something happened in the past and its effect continues even in the present, so we apply the simple past or the past continuous tense in those cases. So in that manner, you must learn at least the structure so that you can understand while you read the newspaper, like what in which tense the sentences formed. Okay, because that will help you to understand English much better. All right, so we have covered much of it, and now we come to the last factor is speaking. Now when we have read the English, when we have learned the English, and when we have studied a little bit about English, so just collaborate all of them together and then start speaking. Okay, start speaking English, start to conversate with your friends, with your family, or if you feel shy talking to them, talking to your colleagues or to your friends or family, just speak to yourself. Or even if you cannot speak to yourself, you can speak in your mind. Okay, in your leisure time, or when you're just sitting and relaxing, or when you are not busy with something, just even if you're busy with something, you can just speak English in your mind. And you can imagine a certain situation of your life, that this happened that way, it happened, shouldn't have happened, he did that, or he or she did that, she spoke that. So you can imagine those things, whatever of the day happened with you in your mind in English. Okay, and that you can do in English only when you have read the English, you have learned the English. Okay, and when you have studied it. Okay, so speak and speak and speak English. Okay, even if you do not have time, just spare 15 to 20 minutes a day. And it does not even require time. You can also speak English in your mind. All right, and to yourself. When you are free, you can take out your camera and of your phone, and you can start making your own video, or you can start talking to yourself. Sorry. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed it. And by following this, criteria, and by following these factors, you will be in a stage when you do not know anything. And after 30 days, your mind will be clear. Your mind will have a certain stuff of English in your mind. You have some English knowledge in your mind. And when you have some knowledge in your mind, you will utter it out of your tongue. Okay, you will have some a good amount of stuff of 30 days in your mind that you can utter out. All right, so thank you so much, guys, for staying up till the end. Please subscribe the channel, like and share it, and drop your views in the comment section below. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.